As Adrienne Rich said in the 21 Love Poems, of all my dead, it is you who comes to me unfinished. Carol, we did so much, I want to say to you, who is no more with us, except in our hearts burning forever. I also want to say some other things. I want to talk about how much you contributed. I want to sing like you sang every year to me, happy birthday in a really cute, quick way. I want to say happy Labor Day to you, who made such a difference in bringing the term sex work into the fore. And indeed, it was the authors of Sex Work who brought you to my attention when I came to you and asked you to help with the labor memoir project, male and transgender sex workers writing their labor memoirs, homeless and traveling youth. You always helped me. And you came to my classes when I taught in the university and talked to my students. You challenged me to convince the Democratic Party that they should support decriminalization, especially even in the face of concerns about juvenile prostitution, which I was asked to speak to. You challenged me all the time. You traveled with me. You took me places I had not been, and you went with me to places I had been, like the Oregon Shakespeare Festival and our trips to the forest, to Yosemite, to Julia Pfeiffer State Park in Big Sur, trips with your mom, trips to Las Vegas. You took me to new places psychologically. I remember once I had a headache and you rubbed the back of my neck for only 30 seconds, or maybe it was a minute, and it immediately dissipated. Carol, you were so many things. Instructor, artist, performance artist, healer, and public intellectual, and public woman, a term you taught me. I found my copy of this in the dean's office where a student had left it for me. I helped you edit this book, and it was a great pleasure. And I remember trying to convince you to add this other publication of yours in the Hastings Law Journal to write about the Task Force on Prostitution, the San Francisco Task Force on Prostitution, and to include that in your collected work. I am so proud of all the work you did. Your mother, Augusta, was so proud. The world revels in your contribution, and how exciting it will be that you'll have a archive at the Schlesinger and Harvard, in the Radcliffe Yard, as we like to say. And here, another book you contributed to, Policing Public Sex. What a great, groundbreaking book about the policing of bodies and space. Never, ever did you forget to represent the most vulnerable people, to advocate for them, and to organize with them side by side. This is something that showed the sterling of your character. And this I treasure you gave to me also. This autobiography of a whore, the small pamphlet that came in advance of your book. We continue to love and adore you. We miss you. We carry you in our minds, in our hearts, and in our desires for a different body politic. Thank you, Carol.